Hello everyone! Welcome to the channel. Today, I'm bringing you some very juicy news about a new chapter in the life of Can Yaman, the Turkish actor who has Italy and Europe talking about him non-stop. After his much-talked-about breakup, he reappeared in the media with great force thanks to the Italian series Sandokan, which is smashing the ratings and has turned him into a true star in Italy. Fans wait for him for hours at the shooting locations. He stops, greets them, takes pictures, and the Italian media already talk about an attitude that is surprisingly humble for a star. During a live connection on the show La Penincanza, he left everyone speechless with his command of Italian. He said without hesitation, "Now I think in Italian, it's my favorite language." He said he also speaks Spanish, English, and Turkish, and that in his youth he studied German, Russian, and French, as well as having attended an Italian high school in Istanbul. There was a moment of silence in the studio, then applause, and social media exploded. The host Fiorello couldn't hold back and came out with a joke that went viral. "You speak even better than Salvini." Many people on social media repeated the irony and laughed, comparing the actor's Italian with that of the politician. But the confessions didn't end there. Can also revealed his great passion for football. "In Turkey, I'm a Beşiktaş supporter. But since I came to Italy, I follow Roma and I watch all their matches." Roma fans got excited, and in Turkey, social networks were filled with jokes like, "From Beşiktaş to Roma. What a change!" Then came the most unexpected part. "I'm a lawyer. I studied law in Turkey. I worked for half a year in a law firm, and then I changed course. If I were rich, I would study all my life. Learning has always been a pleasure for me." The presenters praised him for his discipline and for such a curious path, from lawyer to international star. After the breakup, the people who work with him say his routine is almost military. He gets up every day at 5 in the morning, works out, goes over his lines in Italian, and, after filming, takes silat and fencing classes for his role in Sandokan. They say that even when he is surrounded by dozens of people on set, he works locked in his own world, focused solely on his character. Many notice in him a calmer, more contained energy, more relaxed, more focused. On social media, the change is also clear. He no longer posts every moment. Now he chooses very carefully what he shares with a more professional and reserved style. Every photo reaches millions. Every post becomes a trend. And that calculated silence only increases the curiosity. Who is this new Yaman? Fans ask themselves. And as if that weren't enough, the Italian press claims that, thanks to the huge success of Sandokan on international digital platforms, Can has already received 2 offers from Hollywood. It's not yet known what he will decide, but everything suggests that a new phase is opening up in his career. In short, after the breakup, Can Yaman has come back more disciplined, more ambitious, and with a renewed image. He speaks several languages, conquers Italy with his perfect Italian, declares his love for football, reinvents himself as an action hero in Sandokan, and now has Europe and Hollywood watching him very closely. Will this be the big, definitive leap in his career? We'll have to see. If you're interested in this kind of stories, subscribe, share the video, and tell me in the comments what you think of this new version of Can Yaman. If I'm honest, everything surrounding Demet Özdemir makes me feel a mixture of admiration and exhaustion. Admiration because I see an actress who has worked a lot, who has built a solid career and a strong image on her own merits, exhaustion, because her name is constantly hijacked by pages and channels that seem incapable of talking about her without dragging in Can Yaman, invented weddings and soap opera-style romantic dramas. One day, the wedding is in December. The next, it turns out it was all smoke. Then that they've had a fight, that they're back together, that there is another woman, and so on, in an endless cycle where the facts are almost never respected. I myself have come to think, as some people comment, that the real liars are not the protagonists, but these pages that manufacture stories just so they don't run out of content. With Demet, I get the feeling that they use her as an emotional wild card. Every time someone wants to generate noise around Can or any project, her name appears as a hook. It's hinted that she is jealous, that she is suffering, that she's about to reconcile, that she's preparing a surprise for after Christmas, that she's going to get married, that she is pregnant. Anything goes as long as it keeps the flame of gossip alive. And this, to me, seems profoundly unfair. Because just as happens with Can, many of these supposed news items are born from an interview where she hasn't said anything personal, or from a decontextualized photo, or from a tiny gesture turned into definitive proof. It makes me angry to see how the public's perception is manipulated just to get clicks, likes, and outraged comments. On top of that, I notice a very clear pattern. When it's convenient to attack Can, he is called a liar, a manipulator, someone who hides, who never tells the truth. But when it's convenient to exploit the nostalgia for the couple, then Demet becomes the romantic heroine, the woman who should be with him, the idealized figure onto whom thousands of fans project their fantasies. And in the end, behind all that chaos, I feel the real person gets lost. Neither the perfect Can nor the perfect Demet exists. They are constructs fed by pages that mash up videos, invent confessions, and make up breakups and reconciliations that no one has confirmed. As a comment about another topic said, the author of the video mixed things from here and there and presented everything as absolute truth. The same happens with her. Personally, I see Demet as someone who is trying to move forward with her professional life while everyone keeps dragging her back towards a past that no longer exists. There are followers who do not accept that times change, that people take different paths, that love stories, real or perceived, come to an end. So every new project of Demet's is analyzed not for what she does as an actress, but for how it supposedly responds to what Can does. If he gives an interview in Italy, if he appears with another woman, if there is a rumor about a wedding with someone else, immediately theories arise that Demet is hurt, or vengeful, or calculating. To me, that seems like an enormous lack of respect for her own journey, and for her right to be something more than the ex of. I also feel that many times they paint her as if she were part of a game of manipulations, as if she herself benefited from these rumors by not fully denying them. I don't know how much of this is strategy and how much is tired silence, but I do see that the whole system is corrupted. Gossip media needs stories, some fans need illusions, and the protagonists sometimes get comfortable in that constant visibility, even though they later complain about the pressure. It's like that comment that said, "The longer you stay on the wrong train, the more expensive it is to get back home." As long as everyone stays on the rumor train about Demet, it will be harder and harder to return to a more realistic and fair perception of who she really is. I would like the conversation about Demet at some point, to focus more on her work and less on her sentimental life, real or fictional. For us to stop expecting confessions in every interview, to stop believing that every gesture is a hint to Ken, that every photo is a hidden response to his wedding rumors. For me, Demet deserves to be seen as a professional with her own judgment, not as a secondary character in the never-ending soap opera of tabloid media. If I've learned anything from watching all this, it's that we can't keep taking seriously pages that have already shown time and time again that they lie, twist things, and play with the fans' feelings. Ultimately, my opinion is that Demet Özdemir is trapped in a narrative that no longer belongs to her, built by others for the benefit of others. And although she may take advantage of part of that exposure, it would be naive to think otherwise. I believe the price is high. Her name appears constantly tied to stories she hasn't told, to decisions she hasn't explained, and to relationships that perhaps exist only in the imagination of many. As long as things go on like this, we will keep seeing more theories than facts, more fiction than reality, and less room to get to know who Demet really is beyond the constant noise that surrounds her.